Was there any element that you saw and thought like, these guys got it completely wrong?
I never got to they got it completely wrong.
Okay.
Part of that was that I was involved in that process all the way. If it had been a situation where I just threw the license out and you guys went away, I don't think we'd gotten what we got. Luckily, I had worked in video games. In fact, I was still working in video games when years ago, Michał Nowakovsky sent us a letter saying, hey, I want to do a Cyberpunk game. I had a pretty good idea of how you had to do it. I'd also worked at that point on Matrix Online, and I had a pretty good idea of what things you wanted or could do and get away with in a dystopian game. Because I was involved in it, what it meant was I could get my input into it and we could adapt and get it closer to what we wanted. And occasionally you get these weird things. I think the first one I ever saw was I was in the offices at CD Projekt and somebody said, hey Mike, I want to show you what the guns look like. It's really cool. And he had a whole bunch of pictures of these silver blaster-like things. And I said, no, Cyberpunk guns are big, nasty, black, scary things which occasionally have little lights on them that watch you like eyes, but they are not science fiction. They are brutal things from where we are that have been kicked up 2 or 3 notches. After I had that conversation, Adam Badowski, who was studio manager then, got everybody together in a big room, like about 100 of us. And they said, Mike, explain what this is like. And I went and explained it. And at the end of it, I realized I'd opened my mouth too much because then Adam said, can you go to the Krakow studio and explain? And I went, all right. The important part was everybody listened. So when it finally started showing up, it wasn't that big a surprise. It was, yeah, this is about what I had in my head because we had been talking about it the whole time. And it wasn't like I'd sent it out and hoped that we'd get something. Yeah. People had asked me the entire time, what do you think? In fact, that still goes on now. A good portion of the trip I've just taken to CD Projekt, people have been showing me what they're doing. They're showing me what's going to be happening in the new iteration of the game. They're showing me what's happening with some of the TV or radio or whatever stuff, and they ask me all the time. It means that we stay in the same space and we see the same outcomes.